Don't blink out there, because if you do, that's just technology passing you by. And with the amount of technology we use on a daily basis, sometimes parents might feel like they're left in the dark while their kids are left to their own devices. Rodney Turner is here from Verizon Wireless, and Gina Turner here as a kids tech safety blogger. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being here. They're here with some tips to keep you on top of kids technology. Chris and I were just talking about it. Aren't kids just born with a mobile device at this point, or babies? I mean, they start at such an early age now.
Oh yeah, I mean, technology is very much a part of the world we live in, so we have to as parents, be able to help them enter that world and do it in a safe way. So, I mean, as a parent, you know, our main concern is making sure our children are safe when they're doing whatever it is they're doing on the devices, or, you know, communicating with others. So we have some ground rules that we kind of set to know how to get things going.
So we decided, when we allowed our children to have devices, to set master passwords. That way, in order to use anything, including the device, they need to bring it to us. So we enter the password, they don't know it. They can't use the device without us logging them in. Same goes for my oldest is on Facebook. She doesn't know the password, so she has to bring it to us to be able to log in. And then it also allows us to see what she's doing on our own devices as well.
So you can completely monitor it. And you have a lot of these tips on a blog that you do. For a lot of moms out there that can definitely delve into this and get some tips on not just your devices, but
I have some apps that I recommend, and then a few more safety tips on my blog, wrestlingaddictedmommy.com.
Awesome. Sounds great. So that's a great site for moms out there, or dads, if they want to go out and check that out. But let's get to some of these devices that we're leaving our kids up to nowadays.
So a lot of the carriers have different products or features which allow parents to take a little more control when it comes to safety. One of the ones that is a featured product from Verizon Wireless is called Family Base. This allows you to do it from an account level where you have control. You can control how much data is being used, how much text, when text messages and phone calls can be made. So you can set limits during school time and school hours and things like that.
So you know that they're staying with their studies and they're being productive, and the phone and the Snapchat's not getting in the way.
You got it. And also lets you see some of the applications that are being installed on it. That way you can have that conversation to make sure that they are using age-appropriate applications for the devices that you're using. And then if you have a child that's not necessarily ready for a smartphone or a regular phone at this particular point in time, there's the Gizmo Pal, which is a cutesy little, it's essentially a risk communicator that makes lots of little noises and things like this, but also can make phone calls to mom and dad or a couple other trusted contacts. And then the device itself, it typically only costs $5 on a More Everything plan, so it's not the same expense that you would have on a normal cell phone or anything on that line. But it's nice, it's kid friendly, it's kid tough.
It's an emergency kind of situation, or if they need to be picked up after school or anything like that.
Exactly, and it also has GPS built into it as well. So not only can you communicate with mom and dad, but you also can see that they are at school when they should be at school, and you have that extra peace of mind when it comes to knowing that your child is safe.
Well, and you get those, people, the Amber Alerts, and they're just so heart-wrenching, and this might help you have a little, like you said, peace of mind there if your kiddo is out there going to school or what have you. So then we also have something for the kids that aren't such kids anymore.
If you have the kids that are growing up a little bit, starting to drive and things like that, there's the Delphi Connect. This just plugs into the sensor port on any standard vehicle, and it allows you to get speed alerts, you can get location alerts. It also gives you maintenance information too, so you can be proactive about how the vehicle is running, and you can even do things like remotely unlock the doors if they lock the keys in the car, or anything along that line. So whatever your vehicle supports, then you can actually essentially remote control that and have that extra parental control when it comes to your vehicle.
And are these things just added on to your family plan? How does that one work? They just get added on to your Verizon plan?
Yeah, these are both considered connected devices, so there's not the traditional $40 or $50 associated with it. They're $5 or $10 as add-ons to your existing plan, so they're very affordable, and they don't have contracts associated with them either.
There you go. Well, that's great, and you can use that Wi-Fi or that Verizon connection, and you can go to your website, to your blog, and check out more tips as a parent to help out, make sure that your kids are safe out there and that we can monitor what's going on with them.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Rodney and Gina, for being with us. And when we come back, we'll check out